I feel that it's a galvanizing force. I feel that it's managed to cross all of those strange lines we have in this region to bring people together to talk about what we have in common. What I've also seen and heard from business leaders is that we now feel like we have a shot at larger projects, more investment for the region, more funding, and just more creativity overall, because we're not always fighting each other for a small share of the pot. In fact, we're a bigger entity achieving bigger results.
It's been one heck of a year. We've had a really great one. We've been so busy and we've hit heights that we didn't think we would hit.
To be completely honest, I wasn't sure when we started down this road 2 years ago that we'd get here. But not only are we here, but we're moving forward at a rapid pace, and I think we're surprising ourselves, and we're certainly surprising people across Canada.
You know, we realize the importance here of, you know, working with our neighbors and all in our region here. You know, so that's what it really is to us, is to be able to have a seat at the table and share in those discussions.
Indigenous Connect is a monthly forum that engages First Nation leaders and entrepreneurs in learning about their businesses or organizations and how to lead from within.
I mean, it's incredibly effective and incredibly important to have all the stakeholders at the table together, and we see that in our own operation and how we get things done. It's important for us to collaborate with other stakeholders in the harbour, much the same model that SIP is following.
It's the only way to make it work, that working together towards a shared goal that magnifies and amplifies the impact of what we do, and none of us could do it without our partners.
Our partnership is valuable not only to the economy and to the South Island, but also for our students to be part of the future of the South Island Prosperity Project.
Well, all employers and organisations have the same problems, so it's really helpful if we can get together, share our experiences and network, and apply our collective capacity to try and find solutions to some of the issues that we all face.
I think SIP is just an outstanding example of municipal cooperation, First Nations, public institution, businesses in Greater Victoria.
It's unprecedented and it's so exciting. Having us all together there in the room, it's how stuff happens. No one's left behind and no one's left out.
The model based on collaboration is what we need in order to move forward any project in this region. So bringing together those like-minded, smart, creative minds, all the advocacy groups we need in order to advocate for that strong regional growth is what's going to help us succeed in achieving that successful, sustainable, and smart South Island.
I think SIP is hitting its stride now. The focus on the Smart Cities competition, again, has been a really good focal point, drawn a lot of people to a common goal and outcome.
First of all, we've coordinated the regional bid for Canada's Smart Cities Challenge in order to put forward our proposal around smart mobility and smart transportation.
And the Smart Cities program brings together both the federal government and the international side as well. And some of the smart cities that we've seen in the past have been in other parts of the world, so we can learn a lot from them.
It's a very positive day that we're going to have.
We had a big symposium back in November where we had about 300 people from all kinds of walks of life come together and learn what are other places around the world doing to create a smarter region. Out of that day, we developed our framework for our Smart Cities Challenge proposal. And we came up with transportation and mobility being a key concern of citizens and our municipal and First Nation and nonprofit leaders.
We're talking about our technology and how integrated it all is. And we certainly have the brain power here, we have the universities here, we have the nonprofits, we have all these different brains all working together to create a smart community, because right now we're not, especially around transportation. As much as you can dream, I think we can get smart.
One of the things that Minister Sohi mentioned when first introducing the Smart Cities Challenge was that municipalities should take advantage of the infrastructure and the assets that they already own instead of going out and buying the next, mousetrap. So every one of these municipalities, every one of these stakeholders has this technology already, and we can work with that as a founding base to then build upon and take the sharing of data and the collaboration to a new level.
Well, the application of technology in particular is a core to to Babcock's business. So the application where it's associated with some of the issues that we're dealing with in terms of transportation and health and environment, that's absolutely in tune with what we're trying to do as well. So we're fully supportive of that.
We spent a day at Hillside Mall. We were able to reach out to the public and talk to them about what it means to be a smart city, also tell them about how we're developing our regional bid, and also engage more thought leaders into our Open Innovation Challenge.
So what our idea is a jump start for municipalities.
The Open Innovation Challenge was a 4-month-long competition where we asked for your best and brightest ideas. We asked people in the public and civic innovators how to make our city smarter. And we were extremely proud to work with Island Savings.
We were definitely excited to be part of the Smart South Island Innovation Challenge. It brought people forward that not only had ideas, but they'd taken the ideas somewhere already. They'd made connections to other community groups to really flesh those out. To see them present them in a forum that we had was fantastic. We were overjoyed to be a part of that.
The number one highlight has to be when we got to announce our 3 finalists from the Open Innovation Challenge, and just to be able to hand over those $15,000 checks and watch their faces light up.
And jury has gone through all of those applications and they have shortlisted 20. And I'm very pleased to tell you that your application is one of the 20 shortlisted. So congratulations.
It'd be amazing if we can win that competition and bring more smart businesses to this region, which is key for all the things that we need. It's key for the services we rely on and the high-paying jobs that come with that kind of industry.
The Prosperity Index is our flagship publication and allows the region to be able to measure its progress year after year in core areas of the economy. We were proud to work with Coastal Community Credit Union.
We believe in this organization wholeheartedly. We believe in its collaborative nature to work together to grow our economy and measure our progress year over year.
The Prosperity Index is a huge thing for media. It helps us get a grip on what's happening economically in the region.
We took a number of companies with us on our trip to China, and we're already getting a lot of good traction and good reports back on the outcomes of that trip. We'll have some exciting news to share with you soon. This last year, I just couldn't be prouder of our team. The team's really come together, put in way more energy than what's typically expected in an organization, and they've done that because they're so invested in the outcomes of this organization.
I think there's great energy from the leadership team there, and some of the quality of the material that's being produced is very high, and I think it's getting people's attention.
So today,
the next 12 months, we're going to be building on a lot of the traction we built this last year. We're going to, in particular, focus our energies on developing our $10 million application to bring more federal funding to the region in order to catalyze our ideas around smart cities.
I think we've proven over a long period of time that everyone acting in their own best interest doesn't raise the bar. So this is a better solution, having everyone think together about how to make this region more economically successful.
As we look down the road and look down the future, and especially with the development at Ogden Point, we believe SIP is going to become more and more integral and more important for us as we move forward.
Well, we are on Vancouver Island. We're a ferry-dependent community, and it's just wise to include food and agricultural production, farm stewardship, support for the next generation of farmers, and all those things into our plan.
It's just the range that SIP has achieved in the past year has been really quite remarkable, and frankly, it's hard to devote enough space to all of these stories.
The belief that we are going to do this and that there is the right momentum around the table right now, we have the right people around the table, that there is a desire and a collective belief that this is going to not just be a shelf project, that we are going to do something through the South Island Prosperity.
We're very happy to see that South Island Prosperity Project has been embraced by most people in our region, and I understand there's some that haven't gotten on board yet, but as we move forward in the process, I think it'll open the door to others to come and be involved. And so, you know, I look forward to the next little while and see how it unfolds and bringing more people into South Island Prosperity Project.
Yeah, we're starting from a position of strength.
Go, SIP, go.